There are crimes in many places, in every community that you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't allow in your hands for your authority. Let it come take care of it. Crime stop right here for us. We need shelter to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, I mean you check. You work for safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You know, part of the the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. People are safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. People are safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. People are safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. People are safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Randy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store in Gully Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever location jumping till the break of dawn. Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Fuel Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, celebrate put it to each without living sense in her.
Oh, yes, folks, let's say good morning again. And it's another beautiful and lovely day in the nation's capital, Monrovia. Today is Tuesday, and today is the last day in the month of March. Today is March 31, 2026. And I'm happy to be here this morning because I have life. And so I must give him thanks and praises. I'm Wendell Nimle, and I'm here with Esther Daku this morning. Together with our USA team, we will be bringing you trending stories making headlines in the print media. So wherever you are and by what means you are following us this morning, I want to say a pleasant good morning and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the program from the Print News. And this program is brought to you by Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, Crams Topper Liberia, and Exodus Best Price Stores. So just before we bring in Esther Daku, those of you who are watching us, please, again, it's always good to let us know where you are watching from. So don't just sit and like or share the post. It's important too for you to share the post, but please drop a comment in our comment section. So please do that. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Wendell, and good morning to all of you listening. It's good to be here this morning on another fascinating edition of the program from the Print News. I'm glad that I can share what I have.
That's good to know. Too many interesting things to share with you on this edition of the show. So stick and stay if you're driving, if you're in your office and at your business place, wherever you are, well, we are about to run you through those stories making headlines in the print media. But let's recognize our sponsors, Crams Topper Liberia. As you may be aware, Crams Topper is here to, stop crimes, or in other words, minimize crimes in our communities. So it's always good to respect the laws of our country. If you have an issue with that person, take it to the law. Don't learn to take the laws into your own hands. A lot of you want to do that. All right? It's not good. When you have a problem, please seek justice. That's the only way that problem can be resolved. If you cannot, compromise, that problem, well, just invite the law. The law too will probably come in and compromise or, give fair justice. And also proud to be associated is Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, one of the giants in the petroleum business in this country. They are not only into the petroleum business, they also rent out tanker trucks, dump trucks. Those of you in the construction business, you're looking for trucks to rent out, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, they can handle that for you. And so if you want to get in contact with the office, we have a number that you can reach out to and talk to the folks at Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. The head branch is right there opposite the NAFA headquarters on the Bourgeois Island. So you can call Mayuba office on 086-512-379. 086-512-379 is the number to call. Maybe you want to take your, whatever construction, materials to your site. Well, they have dump trucks to do that. If you are into the gasoline and fuel business, they can also handle that for you because they also rent out tanker trucks. And we also have a part of us, Exodus Best Price Store. You know, if you're in the country and, you know, you're looking for a place to chill out, you know, during the holidays or during the weekends, well, they have an entertainment center on Gurley Street called Exodus Entertainment Center, right? When you go there, every time you go there, you enjoy yourself because the drinks there are very cold. And if you're throwing that special occasion, you want, you know, drinks for your party, your wedding reception, repast, and what have you, they have everything there for you, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. So if you're in the Painesville or Congo Town belt or on the Old Road, they have a branch right there in District Number 10, Smart Road Junction. Mayuba, I'm sorry, that's Exodus Best Price Store. They have a branch right there. And they had branches on Gurley Street. And Exodus Best Price Store is owned and operated by Henry K. Jackson. So, folks, we say a big thank you to them. They are the ones making sure that this program is aired. We are 15 minutes into show time, so let's get to the stories. We will begin with, it says here, French embassy refutes ambassador's claim of Boaca Macron call, contradicting ambassador's earlier remarks. The embassy of France in Liberia has denied reports that Ambassador Isabella Lee Golek confirmed any telephone conversation between President Joseph Nima Boaca and French President Emmanuel Macron regarding the ongoing Liberia-Guinea border tensions. Hey. In a brief statement, the embassy said claims published by Front Page Africa on March 25, 2026, suggesting the ambassador had acknowledged such a call were inaccurate, despite appearing to contradict earlier remarks made by Ambassador Lee Golek. The Embassy of France in Liberia informs that, contrary to the claims contained in the Front Page Africa story published on March 25, 2026, Ambassador Isabella Lee Golek did not confirm the existence of a call between His Excellency, the President of the Republic of France, Emmanuel Macron, and His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Nima Boaca, pertaining to the border disputes between Guinea and Liberia, the statement read. Last week, during the press conference in Monrovia, Ambassador Lee Golek was asked about France's role in easing the tensions within the Mana River sub-region. She responded in a manner widely interpreted as suggesting a possible call between the two leaders. To be very honest with you, because I need to get some instructions, I don't know exactly what has happened. Your president, President Boaca, seems to have called the French president. I don't know exactly what they said, the ambassador said. Her remarks sparked speculation that communication had taken place, though the embassy's subsequent statement clarified otherwise. Diplomatic sensitives, that's diplomatic sensitivities. Analysts say the embassy's rebuttal, issued 5 days after the March 25 publication, underscores the diplomatic sensitivities surrounding the Liberia-Guinea border dispute and any perceived involvement of major powers such as France. Observers note that the apparent contradiction illustrates the complexities of diplomatic communication, where informal or preliminary statements can quickly become sources of controversy. Ambassador Lee Golek also reiterated France's commitment to supporting peaceful resolution efforts through regional and international bodies. If we can help, like ECOWAS, like the African Union, to stop the dispute in any way. We are friends of Liberia. We are friends of Guinea. We are friends of Sierra Leone. We are friends of Cote d'Ivoire. We all are friends, she said. The denial comes amid heightening tensions along the Liberia-Guinea border, prompting ongoing diplomatic engagement within the Mana River Union. The Liberian government has been actively seeking regional and international support to de-escalate the situation, including outreach to the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the African Union. Last week, Front Page Africa sources indicated that President Bouaká reportedly reached out to President Macron to intervene in the escalating border dispute, but the French leader declined. The executive mansion has not denied the exchanges between the two leaders took place. And so, folks, we can leave that story right there and take more stories here from the online version of Front Page Africa newspaper. All right, so let's take this story. Bouaká warns against abuse of Liberia's territorial waters, urges responsible fisheries investment. President Joseph Bouaká has underscored the immense potential of Liberia's fisheries sector as a driver of economic revitalization, while cautioning investors against exploitative practices. Speaking at the opening of the 2-day National Fisheries Investment Conference, Bongama 2026, held at the Farmington Hotel in Magibi County, the Liberian leader declared that although Liberia is open for business, it will not tolerate exploitation of its natural resources. The conference, organized by the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, is being held under the theme Unlocking the Blue Horizons, the future of fisheries and the blue economy. Caution against exploitation. President Bouaká called on prospective investors to prioritize local capacity building, environmental protection, and equitable benefit sharing with host communities. Though to those considering investment in Liberia's fisheries, mean clearly, we are open for business, but we are not open for exploitation. We seek partners who will build local capacity, respect our environmental standards, and share the benefits with our communities, he emphasized. He added that Liberia's workforce is skilled and its waters are productive, and the government remains committed to creating an enabling environment through public-private partnerships and regulatory reforms. The president disclosed that the government is shifting toward private sector-led growth through PPPs, and that's through PPPs, and value chain development aimed at retaining jobs and increasing domestic revenue. He announced that Liberia has secured a 25 million grant from that's a 25 million euro grant from the European Union to strengthen the artisanal fisheries value chain. Additionally, a partnership with Orange Liberia will introduce mobile-based solutions and solar power cold storage to reduce post-harvest losses. President Bouaká further revealed that the Sea King, Liberia's first semi-industrial fiberglass fishing vessel, and the Long Idle rubber sport fishing cluster, constructed by the World Bank in 2016, are expected to become operational through PPP arrangements. These are not abstract policies. They are tangible steps to ensure that a fisherwoman in West Point or a canoe captain in Hapo can earn more than their catch, he noted. He added that the design for a national fisheries harbor is nearing completion, while construction of a new fisheries complex is expected to begin later this year. Looking ahead, President Bouaká said the government is working with the World Bank on the follow-on initiative to deepen PPPs and expand investment opportunities. Esther, I think I can start right here. 2 stories will do, and we will send controls now to Esther to bring us more development from the Liberia Observer.
Right, I have the Liberian Observer right before me, and the top story here says Bokar names Widow to lead National Elections Commission. We will take some lines from their story, and then we'll look up other stories. President Joseph Newman Boakai has nominated veteran elections administrator Jonathan K. Widow as chairman of the National Elections Commission, signaling an urgent effort to restore confidence and continuity within the country's electoral authority. The nomination comes in the wake of the abrupt resignation of David Eto Brown Lasana, whose departure on March 15, 2026 closed its consequential but turbulent chapter in the country's democratic journey. President Bokai's decision to move swiftly reflects the high stakes surrounding the NEC at this moment, with midterm senatorial elections expected within the next 18 months and early groundwork on the way for the 2029 general elections. The electoral body finds itself at a delicate crossroad, tasked with rebuilding internal cohesion while maintaining public trust. In a statement delivered by the Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana, the President expressed confidence in Widow's competence, integrity, and professionalism, underscoring expectations that his leadership will help the Commission turn the page on recent controversies. Pending Senate confirmation, Widow is expected to serve as acting chairman, ensuring there is no leadership vacuum at a time when electoral preparations cannot afford delay. For many observers, Widow's nomination represents a return to institutional memory and technocratic experience. A long-standing figure within the electoral system, Widow served as a commissioner at the NEC for 16 years, from 2004 to 2020, a period that coincided with Liberia's post-war democratic consolidation. During that time, he oversaw critical operational areas, including human resource, finance, and development functions that form the backbone of credible election management. He also served at various times as co-chair of the commission, placing him at the center of decision-making during multiple electoral cycles. Beyond Liberia, Widow has built a reputation across the region, participating in election observation and support missions in countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, and Kenya under the auspices of regional and continental bodies like the ECOWAS and the African Union. Academically, he holds a master's degree in development studies from the School for International Training in Vermont, United States, and a bachelor's degree in general forestry from the University of Liberia. Taken together, his profile reflects a blend of technical expertise, international knowledge, and regional exposure, qualities seen as critical for navigating Liberia's evolving electoral landscape. Widow's nomination is significant on multiple levels: political, institutional, and symbolic. His appointment signals to move to restore institutional stability at the Commission, which in recent years faced internal fractures that threaten its operation effectiveness. The 2025 administrative crisis, triggered by the controversial dismissal of staff and subsequent protests, exposed governance weakness within the Commission. By appointing a seasoned insider, President Bokar appears to be prioritizing stability over experimentation. Widow's deep familiarity with the institution could allow him to quickly address administrative tensions and rebuild trust among staff. Liberia has made notable progress in its democratic processes since the end of the Civil War, with the 2023 elections managed under Brown Lasana, resulting in a peaceful transfer of power. However, that progress remains fragile. The next Elections Commission chair will shape the credibility of the 2029 elections, many observers have noted since Lasana's resignation. This is not just an administrative role, it is a national trust. Widows' experience in managing elections during critical or transitional periods may prove vital in ensuring that future electoral processes remain transparent, credible, and despite resilience. We will leave you here and look up more stories this morning. I think we will take one more because we have, our talking points to bring. So we will run you more stories here. It says International Partners Drive Movement at that's the Liberia NFIC. This could be the Fishery Investment Conference 2029. We see when the ballot fails, appointments prevail. We see the photograph of the Youth and Sports Minister, Colonial Carr, right here. She's being photographed alongside her, deputies right here. Anthony Colonial Wonkele Carr may hold an important role in government and the Unity Party, but her political journey began when she was a babbling teenager at the St. Teresa Convent, an all-girls Catholic school in Scorn, around the street near the Atlantic Ocean. Taking a bold step, she threw her hat in a race for the senior class leadership. Though she suffered a loss, it led her to place a role where too few women thrived. I didn't win that election, but that was the beginning of my participation in democratic processes, the lawyer said during an interview at her office on the complex of the Eskedis Postilion in Painesville before she departed for a tour to 5 counties in Liberia where she assessed the lives of young people to unlock opportunities for them. Today, after formally serving as Deputy Minister of Presidential Affairs at the Ministry of State, Anthony Carr serves as the youngest Minister of Youth and Sports, one of the few women who's been appointed to the post, including Madame Ectomia David Toppet, Councillor Wetonia Dixon Barnes, and Justice James Etta Howard Wolokoli. Anthony Carr did not lose her strength following her graduation from high school when she traveled further afield to Johannesburg to attend the African Leadership Academy in Johannesburg. She served as captain of her group upon completion of her graduate studies at the Kingston University in the United Kingdom. She contested the District 18 by-election in Montserrat County in 2018. And I think this is just a promotional story, but let's look at more stories this morning. I see breaking barriers in clean energy. My Funds Solar Limited appoints first female CEO. And then let's see more captions here. We see this story. It says Youth and Sports Minister holds talks with Real Madrid Foundation. It's also right here. And then finally, for the online version of the Daily Observer, we have government shut down Hurrian mining over safety environmental breaches. So far, Wendell, I think these are all of the stories we're going to take. Listen, conscious to you.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you very much. And there is a story I saw. I think I will have to share it with our followers. Let me get to it quickly. Very important story. Okay, folks, here is the story. Okay. All right, it says victims and advocates angry as government stays silent over bribery allegations in country's biggest human trafficking case as suspect release date nears. And it says Liberia's government has been silent after revelations that victims accuse public officials of taking bribes to protect human traffickers in the country's biggest trafficking case to date. 11 suspects in the case with more than 50 victims will be eligible for bail on April 12 if prosecutors fail to move the case forward. Victims express outrage as advocates warn the case reveals deep corruption in the judicial system and risks further undermining trust in the country's rule of law. The case comes as the country awaits the United States Human Trafficking Report in Persons report due in June. Liberia has been on the Tier 2 watch list for 2 years and risks a cut in aid if it stays on the watch list for a third year. Victims in Liberia's largest human trafficking case said they were deeply disappointed by the government's silence after they revealed to Front Page Africa last week that they were repeatedly told by traffickers that they had paid bribes to Besman Jua, a public defender, to keep the cases from justice. 11 defendants in the case will be eligible for bail on April 12th because of the government's delay in prosecuting them. Oswald Tuer, Justice Minister, who said last May that he was investigating trafficking networks in Liberia, did not respond to multiple requests for comment by Front Page Africa and New Narratives. President Joseph Boakai office also did not respond to requests for comment. Experts said the accusations and the government's failure to act cast a new cloud over Liberia's widely discredited law enforcement and justice system, and the government's willingness to protect the thousands of poor Liberians falling prey to human trafficking scams in recent years. If the government really has a political will to act, it can, said Tiaron Gonglo, a leading human rights lawyer and former Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia. There are trained people in the law enforcement agency of Liberia to actually do it if there is a political wave from the top, from the Ministry of Justice, from everywhere. In fact, if the president is involved, that makes it stronger. Because when the president of the nation says, this is a serious matter that affects my citizens, everyone will take it seriously. The case involves more than 50 women and men who say they were lured with promises of jobs in Canada or Australia only to find themselves trapped in a Painesville compound where they were abused, extorted, and in some cases raped. Some of the victims told Front Page Africa and New Narratives. They were devastated by the government's silence over their revelations, which they made knowing the risk their safety by doing so. The population involved in this case is not something that people are supposed to play low, because there are a lot of Liberians, said one of the victims. So if you start giving cold shoulder to us, it is very frustrating. What we want is that the case is being resumed in a short period of time. Our expectation is that we go to court. So folks, that's it. That was the story I wanted to share with you. And it's a very, very interesting story about Liberia. I don't know, but this country, man, too many things happening. Too many things happening in Liberia. I'm telling you. All right. So folks, those are all the stories we can share with you. Let's see. Let's see this story. Let me see. This is very important. Land Authority boss Pacquiao demands action over policy as Skills Land Rights Project takes off. And we'll show you the photograph of the executive chairman of the Liberia Land Authority, Mr. Samuel F. Pacquiao. The executive chairman of the Liberia Land Authority, Samuel F. Pacquiao, has declared that the true measure of success for Liberia's land reform lies in practical implementation rather than just legislative milestones. Speaking at the official launch of the Strengthening Community Action for Land and Economic Security Skills project, Mr. Pacquiao warned that while the Land Rights Act LRA was a historic achievement, It remains a paper victory until ordinary Liberians feel its impact on the ground. The passage of the Land Rights Act was a historic milestone, especially in recognizing customary land rights. Mr. Pacquiao told a room of stakeholders and international partners. So, folks, we can stop you right there. Let's go and take controls. When we come back, we're taking a break now. When we come back, we join our USA partner to run us through the weather report and give their own analysis on the stories we brought to you this morning. So we're going to take our break. When we come back, it's going to be time to run you through the weather report. If you just joined us, you are listening to the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. Those of you who are watching us, please drop a comment in our comment section. Let's take our break and be right back.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime-fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rocky, why you take it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store in Gully Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: cold blue, apple kiwi, fuel red, and fitness orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gully Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more provide, so we start to talk. I was going to go put it sort of each again.
We are living sense in your brain. All right, that's all we can take from our break this morning. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, and Exodus Best Price Store. Let's leave the shores of Liberia right now and send controls to the USA. We have Gus and Solomon Tunis. Gus, you can take a few seconds and greet the audience, and then we'll run to Tunis for the weather report and come back to you for your analysis. So, guys, let's hear from you. Good morning from our end. Hello? You guys are muted. We can hear you.
So Tunis is unmuted, but I don't know why he's not coming through.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you sent control to Gus. That's why I was waiting for him to
I
speak.
sent controls to the two of you, and I wanted him to greet the audience first, and from he go back to you. But we're not hearing from him. That's why we called you in.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Gus. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Your weatherman, Suleiman Hashim Tunis, will be giving you the rest of the day weather and then 2 days ahead of today, okay? As of now, we stand at 86 degrees, mostly cloudy. 86 feels like 90. It's very hot. but it's a little bit cloudy. The sun is not going to be blazing like as usual. You're going to have little cloud in between. The wind, 5 miles per hour, is blowing 5 miles per hour. So it's not too much. Don't depend on it. It's not going to cool you off anyway. Humidity is a little bit lower today. It's about 56%. But then the average is almost 64. And as the day goes on, before the nightfall or during the night, it will go up to it will go up to 92. So in the nighttime, it's going to be a little bit humid. Right now, it's about 56, and the average for the daytime is 64. Tomorrow, Wednesday, chances of rain is 20%. And it may not rain even, but the wind will be blowing from the northeast a little bit, 8 miles per hour. And humidity, it will go up a little bit in the daytime, 67. But before the day is over, the night, during the night while we are trying to go to sleep, it will go up to 88 to 89. And Thursday, Thursday we get
so I'm gonna have. Jeez. Go ahead, I'm not you up.
Go
ahead, Tunis. Go ahead.
Okay. Scatter of thunderstorm on Thursday, and 40% chances of rain. 40% on Thursday. It might change, but 40% is a higher percentage. So probably there must be a rain some part of Monrovia. The wind will be 8 miles per hour, and humidity went a little bit higher again. In the daytime will be 74. But as the night goes on, it will go up to 92. It's going to be look, the few days until we get fresh. Today what? April Fool? Eh? Is it today April Fool?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Today the 31st. Tomorrow April Fool. You be careful now before somebody fool us. They take our whole day or spoil our whole day for us. But anyway, a 3-day forecast today, Wednesday, and Thursday. As if you listen, the only time we will probably experience the rain is on Thursday. It's chances of 40% chances of rain. It might, and also thunderstorm. And the heat is the one you really need to think about, because it's the percentage is too high. You know, the average is a little bit 64, 65, but as the night fall and go further to 11, 12 midnight, that's the time you're really going to start being uncomfortable with the heat, especially those who are out of current, or even if you have a current, but the current gone, and then your equipment will not be working to blow cool air for you. So that's your 3-day forecast from Radio LIV, Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. So take a note and let me send control back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Tunis. It's good to always run us through the weather report. So, folks, that's it. You heard it. It's left for you. Anything you want to do that you're opinion, but we're finished giving you the weather report. Every morning, every evening, we give you the weather report. And now the day we give you the weather report, you have ever called us to say, oh, no, you said it was going to rain yesterday and the rain didn't fall. Every weather report that we bring you is always factual. So use it, make use of it. When we tell you say it's going to rain, it will rain. When we tell you say it will not rain, it will not rain. Except the villagers ain't doing their work. When we ain't got control of it. But, you know, from the weather forecast, what we see there is what we give you. It's always factual. So let's say a big thank you to our man, Suleiman Hashim Tunis, all the way there from New York City. So how is New York City? How's the weather in New York?
Oh, we're getting into the good weather now. We're in the 70s, the few days. Today says it's going to be a very beautiful weather. You know, this is the rainy season for us now. This is when, spring is the rainy season. The weather changed from cold to warm. And this is the best weather in America that people love. You know, the flower then will be blowing back off, and the leaf then coming back on the tree. Everything is very, very, very beautiful. Spring is a beautiful weather.
So it means that a lot of outdoor activities going to be taking place.
Oh yes, definitely. Some people already started barbecuing, but it's too early for that. It's really, really, really the official opening of barbecue is our Memorial Weekend, just like your Decoration Day. We have it here too. We call it Memorial Weekend, which come in May, the last Monday in May.
Oh, okay.
As officially summer activities starts. Yeah, but the weather is nice. The weather being nice. 70s, in the 70s, from the 65 to 72, that's the kind of weather we really, really, really like. Because everything you can dress accordingly. You want to wear a little bit of jacket. You don't want to wear a jacket. You can do all of that. But this is a beautiful season when it comes to America weather around where we are. We love this. We love spring. Because it's going to get into summer anyway. Fall go into winter, spring go into summer. So,
wow.
But we love it. Yesterday was a very beautiful day, and today is going to be a beautiful day too. Yeah, but when in the 80 like that, 85, 90, that's when you don't like. You know, it's too hot. You can be uncomfortable. People don't like that, even though it's a very nice day, 80, 85, 90. But can you imagine how hot they can be? You know.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me send control back to you guys.
Thank you, Tony. That's good to know about the weather, you know, from various ends, because that's another form of education. But Esther, this morning, you know, I'd like to speak to the current road construction that is ongoing on the Bushwell Island. I don't know why these guys are taking all this time to complete that road. I don't know, because it's a logistical problem or it's money problem, because the money brings logistics. All right. We are close to the raining season. All right. We are already into the rainy season. Let me not say we are close. We are already into the rainy season. So, I mean, the Ministry of Public Works and the contractors, they need to step up. Because what people are going through now across the bridge, I don't know how to describe it, but it's so frustrating. You have gasoline is so expensive, and you will get yourself caught up in traffic for 2 to 3 hours. I mean, just to cross one point, you know, it's causing serious problem for us that, you know, commute that route to come to work and you know, go to our various businesses, and you just name it. So we want to use this time to call on the Ministry of Public Works. You really need to speed up. That road is very narrow. The road is very narrow. And you cannot have people, you know, in the morning traffic, in the evening traffic. I mean, what's that? You buy a 4 or 5 gallons, you put it in your car thinking that it will take you for 1 or 2 days. Sometimes you end up using it for 1 day because of the traffic. And you're not going to be in the traffic every minute you're cutting off your car. It's not good. So we are calling on Giddings at the Ministry of Public Works and the contractor MDMC to really move faster. I don't know what is slowing down that project. I don't know what's the cause, because, I mean, in the morning when you see the traffic, you get scared. In the evening, the same thing. This gone Saturday on the road to Broadville, it was another mess. It was another mess. You ain't ready to break, you ain't ready to fix the road. Your bossy, your kind of heavy dig you got over there. When the rain starts to fall, it's going to be a serious problem. You know how the trucks can be plying that road. Mm-hmm. I mean, we all using one side now. The cars are going, the cars are coming. We're using one lane. And the road is narrow. And the truck drivers, they are just, you know, I don't know how to describe them, but I will put it in the way, but they are very reckless. So you can have a driving on that narrow road where no lights.
Oh no.
When it rains, everybody try to take their time. If people are not careful, you might end up running into that ditch, which is very bad. So we are calling on the Ministry of Public Works and the contractors to, you know, see reason to open the road so the traffic can flow. Since they are not ready, you know, let the traffic open and flow. Because in the morning you come into work, you're frustrated when you bother with that traffic. In the evening, the same thing. So, you know, I hope that they are listening so that they can do something about it, because it's not easy. When you even try to use the other side to pass through Logantown, they got the police right there from the Logantown Airport. They will tell you, say, no, you can't come this side. You got to go by way of Logantown to get to Caldwell. Where you passing? Why people got to be passing through all of that? Why if I'm going to Bungman Bridge and you're sending me all the way over there? Why if I'm going to Point 4 and you're sending me all around there? So it's better if these people are not ready to complete the road, let them open the road, let the traffic flow. That's how I see it. Because we are suffering. That's how I call it, suffering. That suffering we're going through, the dust, the road. It's not easy. Sometimes where you're supposed to take 5 minutes, you will end up taking an hour. Sometimes where you're supposed to take 10 minutes, you will end up taking 2 hours.
And you're just talking about, you know, this traffic thing. My mind ran to this on Saturday. I had a serious problem. I was coming from Boulevard and going towards Iadavia Junction Way. When there, you know, they're doing a road construction, that overhead bridge they're doing. Yeah. Please, we're begging you at night. You know, the way they did the road, you have to pass on certain ends. So when you used to the road, like we don't live on that end. So when you just go to get something to come back, I didn't see that the road was blocked on that end, no reflector, nothing window. Yes, I almost ran into that stuff. And I'm told that I'm not the only person who have happened to. People have had accident right at that spot. You cannot have the road, you know, crossing between the main road already.
And you don't have a sign there or reflector.
And there's no reflector. You're building a bridge, but at least the reflector should be there. If you had a reflector there before, it is no longer there. I saw reflector to other places, but at that particular end, and there's no street light there. Can you imagine?
No.
So if your car light is not very bright to flash way ahead, I mean,
cause trouble.
Yeah, and you know that area there, you gotta run.
Yeah,
it's not a lane to be driving very slow on. So you guys gotta really take note of that.
Yeah, thank you. And another thing, folks, I don't know, but where are we now with this Liberia Guinea situation? I don't know, because I'm not hearing anything. You know, have the Guineans taken over our land for good? What is the current situation with our land?
Now, so
all right,
good. Yes, that's what I found out. You know, we were discussing this thing just Sunday. On Sunday, we were discussing this whole matter. I'm told that they, what's his name? Francis Imani, the local government there. He and other delegates, they went to, you know, meet with the people. They got on a boat, they crossed, they went into Guinea, they had their meeting. And when there, I'm told that the Guinean authorities are not just claiming the entire Makona River. They're claiming the entire Makona River in I think they said 800 kilometers. The land from our end, they're claiming it. So now to resolve the entire matter, from the meeting they had, they told them to take the flag from where Liberia flag was and take it back to the checkpoint. Do you see that? So that means it's almost like, and for peace to reign, it is what it is right now. So it means that entire Makona River, we cannot mine it.
Yeah.
And they still have the equipment that they confiscated in their possession. They are saying that they're going to allow the geologists on our end to test it if the machine is to mine minerals. If it's just for sand mining, they would turn it back over to the Liberian government. But if this equipment is a mining equipment, they would not turn it over. That's what they said.
And you know, just to add up to what you just said, I'm also told, it's alleged that the current minister designate for local government, Francis Lumalin. He's one of those responsible for the tension that is currently ongoing between Liberia and Guinea.
And the man said you should prosecute him and find him guilty.
Who will prosecute him? The man who made threats during the election, he was never prosecuted. He got compensated for those threats he made.
Right.
All right. Waka did not, say, look, my man, that statement you made,
no, it was not condemned. There were a lot of things said during that time.
So he was compensated with a ministerial post. All right. So the other day we saw there were fleets of pickups, on the social media received from the Liberian government from Guinea. So what's the story behind these pickups? All right. Why was this pickup or these pickups given to Liberia? Why? What they give this pickup was given to Liberia? We just don't know. Up to now, nobody is telling us. But Guinea is taking our land away from us, and we're not hearing anything. What is the actual story now surrounding this
I'm
land issue?
Here. Where's the pickup from?
Guinea.
Guinea sent pickup recently.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
Yeah, I saw fleets of pickups, say, given to Liberia by the Guinean authority. So why was this pickup given?
So have the press secretary said anything about this?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. I heard from the information minister who is saying if Liberians think that the government is not doing anything about the Guinea-Liberia situation, they should get ready. The government will give them arms to go and defend the country. So that was what he said. But, something fishy is
and they're not telling us.
Yeah,
I don't know why the
that.
people feel like this country is for them. That they don't owe it to us. In as much as you are the president, Liberia belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
You are just a leader. You are a servant. You are a servant of the people. So by right, Wendell, when these things are discussed, in fact, our lawmakers should be the ones behind their back when they also know what it is.
Yeah.
Because our lawmakers represent us, right? They should come to us and tell us what the president said, because we are all still afraid. We don't know what's happening. We don't know the conclusion you guys have come up to. But here we're hearing this information that where the flag was being hosted, you guys have removed it from there and took it to the checkpoint. Why is that? Is that portion of the land now for us? We need to know. We deserve to know.
We saw our lawmakers coming from there. They were dancing, having fun, on a serious situation like that. You went there.
And when all of them, I saw there were people who support the party and the Nazi opposition lawmakers there.
Yeah.
So we are still yet to know what happened down there. You guys owe it to us. You represent us. We put you there. You need to tell us what you guys discussed. We want to know what's the forward to this whole thing.
So the lawmakers concerned now, they want to have Yeka Koloba impeached because Yeka Koloba said the president came out and said that the governor making no new land. So if you get your land, you go and take it. So the Guinean authority heard that and said, look, but this land is ours. So send your president say, governor making new land, let's go and take our land. I'm even told that the Makona River, where Liberia, Liberia portion of that river, I'm also told that they can't even try it there again. So Guinea is taking complete control of the Makona River. So what's the actual story, about this, Liberia Guinea border thing? Why was the pickups given to Liberia? For what purpose was the pickups given to Liberia? These are things that we need to know. How the Guinean government gave a pickup and, not too long they come and encroach on our land and taking away our land. So it means that those people who were born in Solomba, they will come now and say there's no more Solomba in Lofa.
Of course.
So when they ask you where you were born, you say, so now you'll be from Guinea.
And just make sure you start crossing over to your Liberian. Well, let's come to this whole government thing, with the way this government is proceeding. I'm listening to most of them talking about why opposition leaders are not condemning what Yeke Koloba said, because You have Alexander Cummings, right? Alexander Cummings is one person who normally come out to condemn things. Why is Alexander Cummings not condemning anything? Why is former president we are not saying anything about, what, the statement Yeke Koluba made? But it comes back to them. Is this not the same thing that happened during President Weah time? There were a lot of threats opposition leaders issued in the country, most especially United Partisans. There were a lot of threats they issued.
Yeah.
I did not want to see this President Barack Obama come out to condemn any of it. We were right here in this country where Darius DeLong threatened to throw a rock at the president's car. He talked about they don't know where arms will come from. He said all of that. Did President Barack condemn it? No, he did not. But I'm sure Hussein Keru is listening. He was the one saying, why is former president we are not saying about what Yeke Koluba is saying? He's turning his back on his country for the fact that he's saying what he's saying, that God is not making you land. It's responsibility the land belongs to. Why should we say anything about it? When Mr. Barack was in the opposition, he did not say nothing about this. He did not say anything. All of the threatening statements these people made, Francis Umani made threatening statements. There were lots of people who did. Even former General Bonneke, he made threatening statements.
Yeah.
What did you guys say about it? Nothing. We did not see any press release from you guys. You did not condemn it.
So Esther, before we go to Tunis, before we get Tunis out of this entire story, I hope Junkies, Morris, if you're listening, I hope you can share that clip with me, because it's important that this is the current information minister, right? He's on record for saying that if Himai and Yeke Koluba go into a race.
Exactly. I got it.
All right. So
what did I share with?
Esther, please share that. Please play that for us so our people will listen.
My phone cannot listen to you.
We just you send it out. So he said that if his mother and Yeke Koluba goes into a race, he will vote for Yeke. All right. So why are the lawmakers coming up to tell us today what in the Yeke says so much that warrant impeachment?
Mm-hmm.
What he said, all the money that you're coming to take now, you want to impeach Yeke for what reason? We don't know. You people were the very ones here celebrating Yeke yesterday. So why has it turned? Why the table has turned? You were celebrating the man yesterday. Oh, Yeke is a good man. Yeke is one of the best lawmakers of our time. In fact, people left from all over and went to District 10 to register to vote for Yeke. So why now you people are coming up to say Yeke made a statement, say the land is for Guinea, so you want to impeach Yeke? Mm-hmm. Some of the nasty things you said in this place that you're being compensated for. What did they do to you? Mm-hmm. The current local government designated minister, Francis Umani, we saw him threatening to kill Liberians during the campaign.
Of course.
And Bwaga turned around and compensated him. The very president we have today, didn't he make threatening statement against this country? That today you want to, I don't understand the kind of country we find ourselves. But let's hear from Tunis before we go and take calls. Tunis, you have to unmute yourself. I don't know.
You're putting too much attention to Yeke, my brother. Whatever happened to Yeke, he died or he didn't die, whatever happened to his business. I would never even think about Yeke. Yeke, one of those who caused us all being what we are today. All right, Yeke used to stand right in the center of the street, stand on top of a car.
Oh yeah.
He saw to the president, his wife, his parent, his mother, everything. And Yeke, the reason why they want to get rid of Yeke, because Yeke is embarrassing them. Yeke is embarrassing. Every secret loophole in our house, Yeke is exposing them. Okay, Yeke will not fall for their lies and all of that, but that's not the point. I don't care what happened to Yeke. Okay, I don't care. I wish the worst thing would happen to him, because Yeke is a lunatic. All right, he's not consistent. He doesn't know what he wants and what he doesn't want. He just talks so people can listen. That's all about Yeke. The first things that George Weah did when he was president, he built a market right in Yeke Koluwa district. In the opening market ceremony, he did not attend it. How bitter he was with the president for no reason, with the former president. All right. And the truck we're talking about, the pickups that they sent from Guinea, poor Guinea like ourselves. Can you imagine? We send pickup to Liberia to assist us. Can you imagine? We're selling our land to those people. The old man said it, and Costa said it, that the old man would sell some mountain around that area. And that's what you're looking at now. Can you imagine?
People want the Wologisi Mountain.
Okay, the poor country like Guinea, just like ourselves. Why Guinea got so much that they got to give up pickup? You tell us, if anybody should give somebody something, I think Liberia should give Guinea some pickup. Why? What's the rationale behind that? Tell me. What? If you ask why they pick up, they came, because nobody will say, oh, Guinea gave up pickup today or this and that. They say Malaysia gave up pickup, or Thailand gave up pickup, or France sent up pickup. But Guinea, of all countries, Guinea gave up pickup. We say Guinea is not a country, but Guinea said need the pickup that they gave us. All right. Guinea will not give us a fresh pickup from the factory. A fresh pickup from the factory. Guinea will not give it to us because Guinea, I don't think Guinea is making any pickup, any car in Guinea.
I don't even know whether they have a car manufacturing company there.
That's what I'm saying. Then they must give us pickup. So they will buy it from the manufacturer and bring it in Guinea and send it to us. What kind of leadership we got in this country? Every day they're making us shame. Every day they're making us shame. Look at the big move he went and made. This story, I don't know if you read the story about the fishery.
Mm-hmm.
The big move he made there, he said, okay, just listen to what he said. He said, why cautioning investors against exploitations practices? Okay, fishery sectors of or driving of economic revitalizations, while cautioning investors against exploitative practices. Okay, why can you caution the same Guinean coming into our land? Why can't you make the same? Why can't you take the same stand? And the little fishery here, you're making big mouth that you say you're doing us a favor. But yet the poor people all over the place, when they left their home, they left their farms and all of that. But nothing. Then we're talking about Guinea gave up pickups. It's a shame because Guinea self need that pickup, my people. Believe me, Wendell. And you know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you look at those pickups, even if it's true, give up pickup, you look at those pickups, they will not be brand new pickups. They are pickups that they probably refurbish those pickups and send it to us. For what reason? Are we out of pickups? We bring in 300 plus yellow machine. A pickup we can't get, we got to get it from Guinea. That's the reason why we are a little bit slow in taking care of the issues at the border, because it's like I can't give you something. You're home, you're in your house, you need something, then I can't give it to you, but I still come to one of your kitchen. I'm sitting there occupying it. You will be scared to try to remove it because I'm being nice to you. That's what's going on to the layman level. That's what's going on.
Let's get this clip. Let me play this clip so we can go to the phone lines. Tunis, let me play this clip. I hope I can get it from this end. Okay, let me see what I can.
Who calls themselves the staunch supporter of the opposition until you can focus somebody again, you need to see the doctor. This man is a clear example of what commitment, not to individual or to a country, Everything Yeke do you have when you say about Liberia. My respect for Yeke is high. The guy is exemplary as far as commitment to the cause of the people, to the interest of the people is. You know, a lot of them are like that. They try to get the message in right, but they are like that. And my respect for Yeke, anytime. There's a friend of mine with that personal friendship. He's a journalist. I just forgot his name. He's in Yeke district. He better come in my inbox telling me all the time he's running in the place and blah blah blah. Why would I support? I said, oh, man, there's no way. If my mom goes to the district and say they're running there, I will support Yeke over my mom. That's what I told him.
That's the current Minister of Information. All right. So you listen to Jeremy Pierre. Everything Yeke is doing today is in the interest of Liberia. So why they want to impinge Yeke?
Exactly.
Because he's doing
exposing them.
Yeah.
He's exposing them. That's the reason why.
The man say, even if a man, the woman that born him, that breastfeeding until a man, the man put Yeke over his man.
Of course.
The current information minister, Jeremy Pierre.
That's how desperate people were to get in power. That's
and
how
in 2023 he made that statement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That today they know Yeke bad.
Today Yeke bad.
We know they created Yeke in the first place.
Prophet Key caused people mind the time. Everybody was celebrating. Oh, Prophet Key that man. Because he put more on the Chief Justice man, he go to jail. In jail for 6 months today. So where are we heading as a country under Joseph Boakai?
Exactly.
With 40-some more years experience in government. The woman worked all his life. He was a major in the army. Joseph Boakai, major. You know when the PRC took over, the People Redemption Council, when they took over, all the ministers were major. Okay. Yeah. So when they go for cabinet meeting, they used to wear the army clothes. So Boakai wore army uniform before. Yeah. All the deputy ministers were captain.
And he was member of the Lofa Defense Force too.
that I can speak to, but all I know is that he was a major, because he was commissioned a major. When the president commissioned you, you must know that. Hey, so I don't understand where are we heading as a country under the old man.
Let the people manage
15 years of 40.
Governor making new Yeke. You manage the Yeke.
Governor making new Yeke. Thank you for saying that. Governor making new. So let manage your Yeke now. So you know you ain't ready. Yeke. We just got to manage rules in. I'm saying we're not making new land.
Let's wait for 2029. You can put
let's hear from our
Yeke exposing those people. They don't like Yeke attitude. That's exactly what they're going through.
Let's hear from our people with a few minutes we have, 14 more minutes to go. Let's take few calls. At least we can take few calls with the 14 minutes we have. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The female line is 0770 297 016. And the WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. Let's take you. Hello.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show. What's your name, sir?
My name is Vamba, man.
Vamba, yeah?
From Lofa.
Oh, you calling from Lofa?
Lofa, you down here?
Oh, you are born in Lofa?
Yeah.
Well, who asked you all that one, Papa?
For now, what the sound is now?
What do you know about that play? What do you know about that play?
I was traveling on that. I used to travel from Monrovia to Solomba.
Okay.
From Monrovia to Solomba.
So what do you know about Solomba? Tell us a small story about that play.
Chief Coco, my dad was in here. And the pastor in the post, they were in some. On part of the pastor,
your land is. They say they play. They say Solomon that Guinea. Your line, you have to shift a little bit. Your line not too good. I don't know. We're not getting you that clear, so you can shift a little bit. You say what you were saying about Solomon. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Your line, we have to leave it there. Your line is terrible. We can continue. Hello? Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. This is the common voice chairman. And you know, I joined from talking to the show. And the one man just by exactly. The actual intent is for you get to stop enforcing these guys. Now, we're not here about yet. The last 6 years. Therefore, now we the man that you get using. You get a very far. There's no area for the issue. Now you're talking about before. Unlike the fact that you can't use you start people money. Honestly, you're not doing it because why? The opposition group that is for the community are responsible. So they're not allowing you to do the things that in the past. So right now, let me tell you the issue. It's not my number. Jackie is the first person to sit on for and stand with a dribble. This million they allocated for us, all crisis, honor for intelligence or whatever. And everybody looking for a chance. The community are not reporting the public again because they want to share the 10 million. The other legislation stuff is all the other getting our own, or getting our own, some of our reduced workers, our own visitors, or get our own. And all the share of 500,000 that went to there. Those are the actual information that getting those guys. They are high before and they are putting on that they are angry. They are not knowing about what else for them making new labor. What is that on remote? What are making new labor? Give you what you want to say. The real issue, the government doing it. We should have that question. The government, they hold them. Who get instruction? They don't follow the protocol, the constitutional protocol.
Thank you. Let's leave it there, PS. Let's leave it there. Let's talk to you. Hello?
Thank you. Edmund Carr.
Yeah, Edmund.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, Edmund. Thank you. Welcome to the show. I'm here with Esther and Tunis.
Yeah, let me say hi to Esther and Tony in the U.S. You know, the overall Guinea Liberia border thing that's so push now. You can't do anything about it. When you don't do anything about it, they will threaten you and do this and do that. But I hope pick up this is that you guys talking about when it happened sometime last year. If you can remember, the Guinean national that was brought into this country, they were accused by the junta government at the time. The guy was involved in a second that wanted to overthrow him. He overthrew somebody overthrew you were afraid. So because of that guy went through the court system here. He was put into jail by the court. The junta government sent a military group here in Monrovia overnight. The record common went at the prison center and took that guy up, gave it to the junta group that came into the country over there with a private jet and took that guy out of the country here. There was the former Associate Justice Kabila Jana was the lawyer for that guy. He cried all year. What happened to that guy? We didn't hear anything about it. At the end of it all, the benefit that Liberia got from that killing over was to give us things pick up from the junta rebel. So whatever that we are going through today, why can't we be up to it? The guy was under the jurisdiction of the court. He didn't go to the reference channel to be turned over. They flew into the country in the private jet, military private jet.
Okay.
And they took that guy for a year. They carried him up to President Angola today. We don't know what happened to him. We didn't get any story about it.
Okay.
So what happened about that pickup?
Thank you, Edmund. Thank you. Thank you for that information, Edmund. Let's talk to you, this person. Hello?
Good morning,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to also my dear sister and also to my brother in this for the recognition for the topic of the act of Rabat. The target is happening for our known destinations. People will know, as my police already stated, the issue is not only about war, it's a people. It's a deeper issue that actually between Plaka, Nala, Global Plaka, along with if I got Guinea, or President. Basically, as demonstrated, a particular individual that were arrested and one or two persons, he said really suspect. He said really suspect. That make he got to come up to that guy for in the person and then deliver him to the people that came for him. Now, on the board, no other again. When you know, when you are doing the election, when you are looking for like immigration guy, I said immigration guy was different with election, and I was in the mayor, and the mayor was talking about all level, and he was the immigration guy. So you want to left there, yeah, he was left there, he got clearly the other part of the source, right to the people pull. You want to watch that clearly, the other part of the source, right to the people pull. In the 2 years, I tell all the other president, so do that. He's a total president. And now you can't be something here, but you have to be easy around. You see that? So the left look at it for you know. So the other issue of COVID comes to a political people there. I'm very well favored now. So number one, I'm trying to protect my politics for you to protect for me.
Thank you. Let's leave it right there. Let's go to Esther. Esther, run us through a few comments. We gotta go. No time. We come back and take maybe one or two calls, and then we go. Let's get to the comments.
Okay, we have Henry Tito Jr. He says, "Good morning, my Freedom FM family and the nighttime spin crew of Radio LIB from Staten Island, New York City, with our weather report. My Uncle Tunis. I am watching live from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update." Jonathan K. Bowler says, following from the USA. Thanks, guys. And we have Investor Johnson says, "Good morning, my Freedom FM family and the nighttime spin crew of Radio LIB from Staten Island, USA, with our weather report. My Uncle Tunis. I'm watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update." Darlington Rule says, "Good morning, Washington. Watching from New Georgia, Ophir." Marcos Setu, he says, watching from Jida District, Hino County. We have Daniel J. Better, he says, watching from Carisburg. Linda Johnson says, "Good morning." We have Osin Hassan Juna, he says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from my residence in Johnsonville." Hezekiah Dodo says, "Good morning, Mama Liberia, following closely from District 17, Breville City, Montserrat County. Liberia deserves better." We have Faith Kelvin Bapi, he says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Nima United." We have Juju Wonwa, he's following. We have Christian Sengma, he says, "A pleasant good morning. I'm following this intriguing conversation closely from my Central Monrovia residence." We have Jefferson Del J, he says, "I'm following live from New Georgia." Jefferson TJ, and then we have he again says, "Congratulations to you, the NECE Commission, Jonathan Widow, best friend for Ambassador Joseph Jimabokai." Matthew Chopley says, "Those pickup was given after I'm not going to use that word because we don't use insults here. Boaga government turned that guy over who ran away from the Guinea government, and he was arrested by Liberia, and overnight Boaga government turned the guy over and he was killed by the Guinean army." We have Stanley Sharif, he says, "Good afternoon to the peaceful citizens of Buheta, Pokpa District, Grand Cape Mount County, Western Liberia. I'm Stanley Sharif, watching from Breville City." And then finally we have By People Lee, he says, "Good afternoon, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Johnsonville." This is it so far. We know. Let's
take our final call, and then we go home. Let's take one more call, and then we call it a day right here on the program. That's from the Pre-News on Freedom FM 87.9. So this person is going to be our last caller. Hello?
Good afternoon, Good afternoon, to the panelists. Marina Kessler calling from Fenders.
Go ahead. Let's hear you, our last caller. So quickly, let's get your point.
I want to tell you guys, thank you for the discussion. William, what trouble we found was in your country. So, yesterday I monitor our sister station screen, and still said that the first batch of people have already received 30,000 each. Just to remove here again. And teacher, I'm not taking pay. Seven crying. So one of my neighbors said, "Yeah, you teacher." Taught me how to make everything away from here to go over there. He gave rent to pay. So they taking all our money to get it removed. Yet when the people are crying, so we know we ask God for long life and good health. Tunis to the now coming with it for back. Why I was saying a lot of reach you. You will not repeat it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go home now. Let's go to our man Tunis to wrap up from his end. Solomon,
yes. Okay, guys. See you guys this evening. Join us. We'll be discussing the same issues by 11 p.m. Again, this is your good friend from New York here. Back to you, brother.
Thank you so much, Tunis. Folks, we'll be here tomorrow, God's willing. The midweek edition comes on tomorrow with the same crew. Until then, have a wonderful Tuesday.